Throughout history, archaeologists and scientists have uncovered artifacts and structures that completely defy our understanding of ancient civilizations. These discoveries challenge everything we thought we knew about human capabilities thousands of years ago. Some of these findings are so advanced, so impossible according to our current knowledge, that they've sparked decades of debate among the world's leading experts. What I'm about to share with you are 5 ancient discoveries that have left scientists scratching their heads for generations. These aren't just interesting historical finds. These are artifacts and locations that suggest our ancestors possessed knowledge and technology that we're only beginning to understand today. Some of these discoveries are so controversial that they've been hidden away in storage facilities, while others continue to baffle researchers who visit them every single day. By the end of this video, you'll understand why these discoveries have forced us to completely reconsider what we know about ancient human civilization. You'll see evidence that suggests our ancestors were far more advanced than we ever imagined. And trust me, what you're about to discover will change how you think about the past forever. But before we dive in, let me tell you why this matters so much. For over a century, mainstream archaeology has painted a very specific picture of human development. We're told that ancient civilizations were primitive, lacking the tools and knowledge to create anything truly sophisticated. Yet these 5 discoveries completely shatter that narrative. The first discovery that has scientists completely stumped is the Antikythera mechanism, found off the coast of Greece in 1901. This bronze device, dating back over 2,000 years, is often called the world's first computer. When researchers finally managed to decode its purpose, they discovered something that should have been impossible for ancient Greeks to create. The mechanism contains over 30 bronze gears that work together to predict the positions of the sun, moon, and planets with incredible accuracy. It can calculate eclipses decades in advance and track the 4-year cycle of the Olympic Games. The level of mathematical and astronomical knowledge required to build this device wasn't supposed to exist until the Renaissance, more than 1,000 years later. What makes this discovery even more mysterious is the precision of its construction. The gears are cut with a level of accuracy that requires advanced metalworking techniques. The inscriptions are so detailed that researchers needed X-ray technology just to read them properly. This wasn't some crude ancient calculator. This was a sophisticated scientific instrument that rivals anything we could produce today using the same materials and methods. Scientists have spent over a century trying to figure out how ancient Greeks could have possessed such advanced knowledge. Some researchers believe it represents a lost branch of ancient technology that was far ahead of its time. Others suggest it proves that ancient civilizations had access to knowledge that we've somehow forgotten. The second discovery takes us to the jungles of Costa Rica, where hundreds of perfectly round stone spheres have puzzled archaeologists since the 1930s. These aren't just any stones. Some of these spheres are over 6 feet in diameter and weigh up to 15 tons. They're carved from granite and other hard rocks, polished to near perfection, and scattered across remote locations that would have been incredibly difficult to reach with ancient tools. What's truly mind-boggling is their geometric precision. When measured with modern instruments, many of these spheres are accurate to within a few millimeters of being perfectly round. Creating even one sphere, this precise, would be challenging with today's technology. Yet ancient people somehow created hundreds of them without any of the advanced tools we rely on today. The mystery deepens when you consider their purpose. Unlike other ancient monuments that clearly served religious or ceremonial functions, these stone spheres seem to serve no obvious purpose. They're not arranged in patterns that suggest astronomical alignments. They don't appear to mark important locations or burial sites. They're simply there, scattered across the landscape like giant marbles left behind by some unknown civilization. Local legends speak of these spheres being created by the god of thunder, who used them to drive away evil spirits. But indigenous peoples who lived in the area had no memory of who actually made them or why. Carbon dating of materials found near the spheres suggests they were created between 600 and 1000 CE, but the people who made them left no written records explaining their purpose. The third discovery that has left scientists completely baffled is located in Turkey. Göbekli Tepe is a massive stone complex that predates Stonehenge by over 6,000 years. What makes this site so controversial is that it was built during a time when humans were supposedly just learning to farm. According to mainstream archaeology, the people who built Göbekli Tepe should have been hunter-gatherers with no ability to organize large construction projects. Yet the site contains massive stone pillars, some weighing up to 50 tons, arranged in perfect circles. These pillars are covered with intricate carvings of animals and symbols that required incredible skill to create. The precision of the stonework rivals anything built by later civilizations that had access to metal tools and advanced engineering knowledge. What's even more puzzling is how these ancient builders managed to transport and position such massive stones without wheels, pulleys, or beasts of burden. The quarries where the stones were cut are located miles away from the construction site. Moving blocks this heavy across rough terrain would challenge modern construction crews with all their advanced. But perhaps the most disturbing aspect of Göbekli Tepe is what happened to it. Around 8000 BCE, the entire complex was deliberately buried under tons of earth and stone. This wasn't natural erosion or abandonment. Someone made a conscious decision to hide this incredible achievement from the world. The burial was so thorough that the site remained hidden until 1994, when a Kurdish farmer noticed strange stone fragments while working his land. Why would an advanced civilization spend decades or even centuries creating this masterpiece, only to bury it completely? Some researchers believe the builders were trying to preserve their knowledge for future generations. Others think they were hiding evidence of capabilities that contradicted the beliefs of later peoples. What we do know is that whoever buried Göbekli Tepe did such a thorough job that it took us over 10,000 years to find it again. The fourth discovery brings us to Egypt, but not to the pyramids you might expect. Deep beneath the Giza Plateau lies a network of chambers and tunnels that official archaeology refuses to acknowledge. These underground passages were discovered using ground-penetrating radar and seismic equipment, yet access to them has been strictly limited for decades. What makes these hidden chambers so controversial is their apparent age and sophistication. Preliminary investigation suggests they predate the Great Pyramid by thousands of years. The chambers appear to be carved directly from bedrock with a precision that exceeds anything we see in acknowledged ancient Egyptian construction. The walls are smooth to a degree that would require diamond-tipped cutting tools or some equivalent technology. Even more intriguing are the electromagnetic anomalies detected within these chambers. Modern equipment malfunctions when brought too close to certain areas. Compasses spin wildly, and electronic devices shut down unexpectedly. Some researchers believe these effects indicate the presence of materials or technologies that shouldn't exist in ancient constructions. The Egyptian government has been remarkably secretive about these discoveries. Independent researchers who've attempted to investigate have been denied access or had their permits revoked without explanation. The few images that have leaked show corridors extending far deeper into the bedrock than should be possible with ancient tools. Some passages appear to connect with other underground networks that stretch for miles beneath the desert. What's being hidden down there? Why won't authorities allow proper scientific investigation? The secrecy surrounding these chambers has only fueled speculation that they contain evidence of advanced ancient technology that would rewrite our understanding of human history. Our fifth and final discovery takes us to the remote mountains of Russia, where an object was found that challenges our understanding of metallurgy itself. In 1991, gold miners discovered tiny spiral-shaped objects embedded in rock formations that are between 20,000 and 300,000 years old. These objects are so small that many require microscopic examination to see properly. At first glance, they might seem insignificant. But when scientists analyzed their composition and structure, they discovered something that should be impossible. These microscopic spirals are made from tungsten and molybdenum, metals that require temperatures exceeding 3,000 degrees Celsius to work with. Ancient peoples shouldn't have had any knowledge of these metals, let alone the ability to craft them into precise geometric shapes. The spirals themselves display a level of engineering precision that rivals modern nanotechnology. Their proportions follow mathematical ratios that suggest deliberate design rather than natural formation. Some are only a few thousandths of an inch in length, yet maintain perfect structural integrity despite their age. What makes this discovery even more mysterious is the sheer number of these objects. Thousands have been found across multiple sites, suggesting they weren't just random anomalies, but part of some larger purpose or technology. Yet they appear in geological layers that date to periods when humans supposedly hadn't even developed basic metalworking skills. Mainstream science has struggled to explain these artifacts. Some dismiss them as contamination from modern industrial processes, but the geological evidence clearly shows they're embedded in rock formations that are far older than human civilization. Others suggest they might be natural formations, but their geometric precision argues against random natural processes. These 5 discoveries represent just a fraction of the archaeological evidence that doesn't fit our accepted timeline of human development. Each one individually would be remarkable enough to rewrite history books. Together, they paint a picture of ancient civilizations that possessed knowledge and capabilities we're only beginning to understand. The question isn't whether these discoveries are real. The evidence is overwhelming and has been verified by multiple independent sources. The question is what they mean for our understanding of the "so what does this all mean?" These 5 discoveries force us to confront an uncomfortable truth about our past. For generations, we've been told a story about human development that simply doesn't match the evidence. We've been taught that ancient peoples were primitive, that advanced knowledge only emerged in recent centuries, that our ancestors couldn't possibly have created anything truly sophisticated. But the Antikythera mechanism proves ancient Greeks possessed astronomical knowledge that rivals our own. The Costa Rican spheres demonstrate geometric precision we struggle to achieve today. Göbekli Tepe shows organized construction projects that predate agriculture itself. The hidden chambers beneath Giza suggest technologies that official archaeology won't acknowledge. And those microscopic Russian spirals reveal metallurgical capabilities that shouldn't have existed for hundreds of thousands of years. Each of these discoveries stands alone as proof that our understanding of ancient civilizations is fundamentally flawed. Together, they suggest that human history is far more complex and mysterious than we've ever imagined. They point to lost knowledge, forgotten technologies, and capabilities that have somehow vanished from the historical record. The most unsettling aspect isn't what these discoveries reveal about the past. It's what they suggest about what we've lost. If ancient peoples could create such marvels, what happened to that knowledge? Why did such advanced understanding disappear? And perhaps most importantly, what other secrets are still waiting to be uncovered, hidden beneath our feet, or locked away in storage facilities where the public will never see them? The evidence is clear. Our ancestors were far more advanced than we ever dared to believe.